Hey folks, Nathan here. You'll be seeing some live streaming of Farpoint in the near future, and this is probably the time where I'll finally set up the iPad to record beside me as I do part of a live stream so that you can actually see what's happening for me as you're also able to see what's happening in the game. But because it is kind of a big deal that it came out today, we are going to do a quick unboxing here of Farpoint, the PlayStation VR AIM controller bundle. That is, of course, Kasima, the kitten who's much larger now, sitting off here off to the side, watching this process. Alright, so this is our box. It's going to depend on where you get it, what the price winds up being. But this, in essence, is the cheapest way to get both the game, that's a $50 game, plus the controller itself. Unfortunately, it is sold out many places. Most places you're going to have to get the AIM controller and Farpoint separate, but if you can get the bundle, you will save a bundle. See how that works? Alright, so we've got game box, AIM, PlayStation VR, AIM controller bundle, PlayStation VR game plus accessory, Impulse Gear being the company. You'll need these, the headset and the PlayStation camera. It is a game rated mature. And then you flip it over. We've got more information. First about the game. Survivors keep moving. Farpoint, an unnerving VR adventure set on a hostile alien planet, was created exclusively for PlayStation VR and developed alongside the PlayStation VR AIM controller. Literally, the company that actually made the game helped design the actual controller for the game that is now also going to be able to be used on other games. On a mission to pick up scientists studying an anomaly near Jupiter, a sudden rupture transports the player and scientists to an unknown alien world. As rated M for blood and gore, strong language, violence, etc., etc. Of course, we got our images and everything, and then there's the AIM controller over here. Precise aiming for PlayStation VR. The PlayStation VR AIM controller offers precise motion tracking, ergonomic design, and deeply intuitive controls to keep your shots lightning fast and deadly accurate. Farpoint, together with the PlayStation VR AIM controller, sets a new standard for FPS gaming. It says, advanced motion sensing and light tracking technology. That's basically pointing to the little ball at the end. All buttons on a DualShock 4 wireless controller are available and easily accessible. We'll see that in a moment. Ergonomic two-handed control, immersive vibration feedback, and rechargeable battery, all being the things pointed out. Of course, the ends just have your other advertising and legalese and stuff on the bottom. All right, so let's pop this sucker open. Again, using the little pen knife here. It's my favorite way to open stuff without damaging it because it is incredibly sharp. Alright, we got a box inside of a box kind of thing going on here, as is often the case. Really tightly squeezed in here. There we go. Okay, and just cardboard box. Tabs on the ends. So we'll pop a tab on that side. Looks like it is just that end. Alright, so we're opening it up by the end and sliding it out. Okay, box itself, big one, now empty. Now we got this funky shaped thing. Reminds me of the premium limited box editions of the new Star Wars films from Movie Next in Japan. The cat's just sitting there watching. Alright, so to answer the question for many, yes, the Farpoint game that is included in the box, in the bundle, is a physical copy of the game. It is not a digital copy of the game. There was some concern over that and a lot of questions on Amazon.com and whatnot about it. Pull that wrapper off of here. Open it up. We have Farpoint, the game, and it's giving us our controls listed here, which is kind of a cool feature for both the DualShock 4, get that out of the spinning light from the fan up there, and for the AIM controller. And then, of course, the disc itself. Back of it, same information, basically just not also pointing out anything about the AIM controller. As far as our indicators go, it just says PlayStation VR game. You'll need these. It does not say you need the AIM controller because you can play with the DualShock 4. If you look at the back, it says PlayStation VR and PlayStation camera required, but it does have a new icon, PlayStation VR AIM controller compatible. Okay, so lots of good stuff right there. One player, two players over network, 12 gigabytes minimum. Online play optional, and DualShock 4 compatible as well. Okay, that was the ding of my phone with Amazon letting me know your package is delivered. No shit, I got it right here. All right, and then of course underneath will be our aim controller. As always, there's some type of little paperwork to go with it, as you would usually expect. So this is all our, you know, before use, do this, do this, do this. Make sure you read the manual. Do this, do this. Yeah, And then the controller itself. Now, it looks like PVC piping. I can already tell you it doesn't feel like PVC piping. This is the aim controller. All right, so you've got your ball on the front. It is kind of that weird squishy ball kind of thing, very much like what's on the Move controllers. Up front here, for what will be my left hand, the way that I hold it, there is L2 and L1. So basically what you would normally be using your trigger fingers for when holding a DualShock 4, they are there for those same fingers. You do have a stick, the share button, and the options button here for your left thumb and your D-pad. Okay, so basically what you would be doing with your left hand with a DualShock 4 is right there. The back of it, okay, you got your, going down the top here, PlayStation button, jumping between menus. This button is basically meant to replicate clicking down on the touchpad. It does not have a touchpad feature from what I understand. It is just a matter of clicking down. And then here for your thumb on the back, there's another analog stick, and there's your face buttons, triangle, square, circle, and yes, it's called cross, not X. And you got your little spots down here. I guess that's for like a little thing to hold on to it or whatever, a little ropey looking thing. You got your USB plug down here so you can charge it up. You got your trigger here. And then in order to handle any of your reloading, your R1 is actually replicated on either side. So if you're left-handed, you'll be able to just flick your finger up and click here. If you are right-handed, you'll be able to just fire and click there. R1 is said to be the reload button for Farpoint. So again, face buttons, analog stick, touchpad, sort of, PS button, and then essentially R1 replicated on both sides, and R2 is what's going to be your trigger here. It feels good. I'm not sure about the whole ergonomic thing. I mean, it looks really kind of weird. Basically like a big D that's been shifted just a little bit. But it's not really this that you're going to be looking at while you're playing, right? Any more than when you're playing a game with PlayStation Move, you're actually thinking about the wands looking like the wands unless you're in a game where they do look like it. Or you're playing a game that's, you know, makes the DualShock 4 controls look like a wand like Robinson the Journey, even though you're not using the Move, which is just weird. But yeah, looks good, feels good. Can't wait to pair this thing up and try it out to be able to actually play some Farpoint. So again, that is your PSVR aim and a physical copy of Farpoint, which you get together in the Farpoint aim controller bundle.